Have you ever received a mailing with the Homestead Act information? Hi, I'm Dean Sappas, a licensed realtor with Realty Co. And let me explain what the Homestead Act is and how to apply. What is the Homestead Act and do I qualify? The Homestead Farmstead Exclusion Act 50 is a program that reduces your market value by $18,000 for county taxes only. To qualify, you must be the owner and occupy the dwelling as your primary residence. The application deadline is March 1st of each year. You do not have to reapply each year. Once you have filed, your exemption will remain in effect until you sell or transfer the property or change your occupancy. Why isn't the homestead applied to my property? You must apply for it, the Act 50, if you purchase a property. Also, if there is a name change to a deed, you must file a new Act 50 application. For example, if you transfer your deed to your maiden name, the homestead exclusion will be removed at the end of the year. You must reapply for the homestead. If you believe the homestead exclusion should be applied and have filed your application, the county can research that information for you. Do you have to apply every year for the homestead exclusion? No, you do not have to apply again if you remain the property owner. You haven't filed a deed transfer and it continues to be your primary residence. Can a homeowner have more than one homestead exclusion? No. A homeowner is eligible for the homestead exclusion only for his or her primary residence. Any other homesteads will be removed, and the owner is subject to interest, penalties, and fines up to $2,500. How do you get the Act 50 removed from a property I just sold? Act 50 will automatically be removed once the sale is processed through the Division of Real Estate in Allegheny County, but it will remain on the property until the end of the year. How do I remove the homestead exclusion from a property? If you want to remove Act 50 from a property, which is no longer your primary residence, you must submit an Act 50 removal form with your signature requesting that the county remove the homestead exclusion and mail it to the Office of Property Assessments, the attention legislative acts. If your neighbor has moved out and uses his former home as a rental property, and it still has a homestead exclusion on it, is that legal? No, the owner must use the property as his or her primary residence to qualify for the homestead exclusion. How long does the homestead remain on the parcel? The homestead exclusion remains on the parcel as long as the owner retains the property as his or her primary residence. Are homesteads allowed on parcels that are deemed commercial in use? A homestead exclusion is allowed for a parcel that is of mixed use, commercial and residential. For example, a dentist has an office on the first floor of a building and resides on the top floor. If this is the dentist's primary residence, the homestead exclusion will be allowed. Are parcels that are deemed exempt from property tax allowed the homestead exclusion? In Allegheny County, honorably discharged wartime veterans having 100% service-connected disability can be exempt from real property taxes on their primary residence. They may have the homestead exclusion applied as well. Are homeowners who have placed their parcels in a trust allowed the homestead exclusion? Yes. Allegheny County views trusts as allowable as long as their owners use the properties as their primary residence. Are a church's rectory allowed to have the homestead exclusion? Yes. Allegheny County considers a church's rectory allowable since it is a primary residence. To apply for the homestead property in Allegheny County, you need to follow these steps outlined below. Determine your eligibility. Make sure you meet the eligibility criteria for homestead property in Allegheny County. Typically, you must be a homeowner and use the property as your primary residence. And also obtain the application form. You can visit the website of Allegheny County or contact the Allegheny County Office of Property Assessments to obtain the homestead property application form. And you also may be able to download the form online and complete the application form. Make sure to double check for errors or omissions before submitting, and await notification. The Office of Property Assessments will review your application and determine your eligibility for the homestead property exemption. If approved, you'll receive a notification confirming your qualification. It's important to note that the specific application process may vary over time, so it's advisable to visit the official Allegheny County website or contact the Office of Property Assessments directly to obtain the most up-to-date information and forms related to applying for this. Now let's fill out the form together. Let's go to the Allegheny County website. The link will be in the description. Now I'm going to go to the county website, and right here we're on the real estate, alleghenycounty.us/real estate. Okay, so we're going to abatements and exemptions, and the first form. So here's a general summary of all the forms, and it's the first form, Act 50, Homestead/Farmstead exclusion. And here's some of the details I went over. And you would scroll down, and here is the application under forms and additional information. And here's the form, Act 50 application. And I'll pull that up. And you go through each, your new property address, your name, mailing address, phone number. Do you use it as primary residence? It has to be yes, no for claiming any other primary residence. And keep going. Do you live in a co-op or condominium? Is it a business or rental property, etc.? And then sign and date. This part you leave for the office. But the one thing that some people might get tripped up on is parcel ID. So let me show you how you could find your parcel ID, and I'll go to my own property. So let me switch to that. And let's go to the real estate portal, search in Allegheny County. And we're at the portal, and you can do it by address because you don't know the parcel ID number. So mine is 433 Clark Tree, and it comes up. And I live in South Fayette. And hit search. And boom, right here is my parcel ID number. So I would take that and go back to the form here and copy and paste right there. All right, and then the rest of the information, yes, no questions, simple, and you can, check the form, check it online, print it out. You can e-sign it and date it, and then here's information how to fill out the form as well. You can also, if you want to, you could also call the county for your parcel ID number, but that is the quick way to find the parcel ID number. So you would fill this out and then mail it, the original, to this address right here. And all the information on the addresses and the forms will be linked in the description on my YouTube. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and those links will be down below. I'm also going to be doing a lot more videos to help people in the greater Pittsburgh area for buying, selling, any title tips in all aspects of real estate. Thank you, guys. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to reach out. My phone number is 412-779-3687. My email address is dean@realtyco.com, and my information again will be linked in the description. Thank you.